Hello, hello, hello. I have some really important lessons that I want to share with you guys today in regards to honoring your cravings, stopping when you are satisfied, listening to your intuition, your body, when it comes to eating what you want. And these lessons are extracted from the fair that Andrew and I went to on Friday for date night. So I'm really excited. And I made a post about this on Facebook, and I did some Instagram stories about this, and there was a lot of really good feedback. So on Friday, Andrew and I had date night. We do date night every single Friday. And we went to the fair. And Andrew was excited to get a snack because we don't go to the fair very often. I hear it's once a year type of thing usually. And so we're walking around. Andrew's kind of deciding what he wants to have for a snack. You know, at the fair, there's like 1,000,001 different snack type of foods. And he saw the funnel cake. And he was like, I want a funnel cake. He decided within 2 to 3 minutes, I want the funnel cake. He wasn't taking a really long time to decide because he wasn't making this snack, this treat, a really big deal. He was just like, I'm going to get something. What do I feel like? You know what? The funnel cake sounds really good. That's the first lesson I want to talk to you about. Deciding. And I actually did a podcast, a live stream about this the other day, about like taking a really long time to decide what to eat. When you're taking a really long time to decide what to eat, you lack trust within yourself. You're afraid to make the wrong decision. We don't go to the fair often, and it would have been really easy for somebody to be like, well, I don't get fair food often. This comes around once a year. So I have to make sure that I'm making the right decision. I very often see this when people go on vacation. When you're going out for dinner and you're like, well, I don't go on vacation often, so I want to make sure that I'm getting the exact thing that I want. If I'm going to get dessert, I'm not going to just choose any dessert. I'm going to make sure it's the dessert that I really want. But there is no scarcity mindset. There's no scarcity mindset. When you recognize that even if you can't have certain foods all the time, right? Like your Aunt Becky's apple pie. You might not be able to have it every day. Maybe it just comes around every Thanksgiving. Or you're going to the fair and maybe you don't have fair food very often. But when you don't put it on a pedestal and you're just like, you don't make it a big deal, then you don't take a long time to decide. You're just like, what am I going to have? And so Andrew decided within a few minutes, I want the funnel cake. I personally didn't want anything, so I didn't get anything. We went to go find a bench to sit down. Andrew enjoyed the funnel cake. It was massive. It was funnel cake, ice cream, strawberries, all the things. And he was sitting there, he was enjoying it. And then after some time, he said, I'm finished. I'm not going to eat the rest. And he said something really profound. He said, I just stop eating when it stops tasting good. And I want to pause here for a moment. He said, I just stop eating when the food stops tasting good. And I said, yes, this is what an effortless relationship with food is all about. It's not about, gotta clean the plate. I don't go to the fair often. I don't get funnel cakes often, so I better enjoy it. Even though I'm so full, I don't get it often, so I have to finish it. I don't want it to go to waste. I don't get this often. And it was so good. He said, I just stop eating when the food stops tasting good. And this is so profound. Are you stopping when the food stops tasting good? Or are you stopping when the whole plate is cleaned and you finished everything? Oftentimes, you clean your plate when there's the scarcity mindset, the all or nothing mentality. Better eat it all now. I don't have this food often. I don't get a funnel cake every single day. So I might as well just eat everything. There comes a point when the food no longer tastes the same, right? Like the first few bites, you're like, oh, this is amazing. It's delicious. I'm sure you've all experienced that before. And then once you're full, the food doesn't taste as good anymore. But if you're not eating for pleasure, but you're eating rather out of like this scarcity mindset of I better clean my plate, you're not concerned about it no longer tasting good. You're just eating because you have this mentality of like, I have to eat it all. It's this special food. I normally don't have this food very often. Andrew doesn't get a funnel cake every day. He doesn't get a funnel cake every single week. He doesn't get a funnel cake every month. It's like a once in a year thing. But when you are connected to your body and you understand that there is a very big difference between I'm eating out of pleasure and enjoyment versus the all or nothing mentality, you stop when the food stops tasting good. I'm going to finish it because it's like, well, I don't get it often. That's the all or nothing mentality. Hello, Deanna. I'm so happy you're here. That's the all or nothing mentality. It's like, I don't get the funnel cake often. I'm full, but I'm going to keep on eating because I either don't want it to go to waste, or it's like a once in a year type of special food. It's like on this pedestal. He's just like, it stopped tasting good, so I'm just going to stop. Do you feel safe enough to leave food on your plate when the food stops tasting good? This is an effortless relationship with food. There's no, got to clean the plate. Got to finish it all. So there's a difference between eating out of enjoyment versus putting foods on a pedestal and feeling like I need to clean my plate because I don't have this food very often. Andrew, my husband, stopped when he was satisfied, not when he was full. And there's a difference. I actually just recently did a masterclass for my clients on this topic. Stopping when you're satisfied is different than stopping when you're full. Stopping when you're satisfied is the food was good, I'm comfortably full, but I'm satisfied. Like I'm good. I've had enough. Versus if you're eating and you stop when you're full, you're always going to eat way past fullness because you're so used to eating past fullness that becomes your new level of full. And overeating is a habit, so you're just used to it. When you stop when you're satisfied, there might still be food left on your plate, but you're like, I'm comfortably full. If you stop when you're quote unquote full, you're most likely to eat way past fullness because you don't even know what full feels like anymore. You're so used to overeating. And overeating becomes a habit, and you're like, I am way too uncomfortably full. So the goal isn't to stop eating when you're full. The goal is to stop when you're satisfied. And a lot of people can't do this. A lot of people don't even know how. It's like, I'm just so used to eating everything on my plate, or I'm so used to eating until I'm full. But what you think is like, I'm full, is actually like way too full because you're so used to eating way past fullness all the time that's what your brain is used to. Just like binge eating, overeating is a habit that's so deeply ingrained into the brain. And so this is why I talk about rewiring your brain, right? It's like you have to rewire your brain to say like, I'm comfortably full right now. I am satisfied. I don't have to keep finishing what's on my plate. I'm safe. I'm safe. I'm safe. I'm safe. Okay? Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about was actually before we went on Friday. Andrew and I went for a walk on Wednesday, and we actually live on the same street as the fair, which is pretty profound. And Andrew and I were going on a walk on Wednesday. So this is before we even went to the fair, but I have an important lesson for you. And he said, so we passed the fair, and he's like, you know, I kind of want to go to the fair just to get a snack. And then he's like, but honestly, we're probably going to go on Friday, so like I'm good. Like I don't need to get a snack right now. Why is this so profound? There was no urgency. There was no, I need a snack right now. I need it now. I need it now. I need it now. When you are impulsive, you can't wait until Friday. You're like, I need to have this snack right now. I need the ice cream right now. I need the cookies right now. I need the chocolate right now. When you aren't impulsive, you can say, I really want this certain type of snack, but you know what? We're going to the fair on Friday and it's Wednesday, but like we're going on Friday. I'll just wait until then. That is somebody with a healthy relationship with food. There's no scarcity. There's no impulsivity. There's no, I need it right now. If you are having this feeling where you can't wait, it's like, I need it right now. I need the snack right now. That's the urge speaking. That's you being very impulsive. We were on a walk on Wednesday. He said, I want a snack, but honestly, we're going to go on Friday, so it's not that big of a deal. That's not impulsive. That's not an urge. If you're feeling like, I need to have it right this second, I need it right now, that is an urge. And at that point, you can't push it off. It's like, I need to have it right now. And then that's when it's harder to stop when you're satisfied, because you're just like, I need it right now. So you're eating really fast, and then you're telling yourself like, I shouldn't be doing this. And then because you feel like you're doing something wrong, then you don't even stop when you're satisfied. It's like, I got to clean the whole plate. So you don't want to be in an impulsive state and then on top of it, eat something that you haven't had in a really long time. That's like a recipe for a disaster. If you're waiting until you're impulsive, and when you are impulsive, you're eating something that you normally don't have, that is the recipe for a disaster. So if you are going to eat something that you normally don't eat, right? It's like not like an everyday occasion. You don't want to just have it when you're impulsive, but this is the thing. This is the thing. A lot of the times, all of you guys, most of you guys, a lot of you guys have these rules, right? But I can't eat this food. Like I can't eat this food, whatever it is. You put this food on a pedestal. So you're like, I can't have this food all the time. So then the only time you have that food is when you're impulsive. And then do you think you're going to stop after you're satisfied? No way. Do you think you're going to be able to, leave food on your plate once you've had enough? Absolutely not, because you are already so impulsive. So whether it's Thanksgiving, Christmas, your neighbor's special cookies, you're going to a certain restaurant, you're getting a specific dessert and you don't have it very often, don't wait until you're impulsive to have that. If you are waiting until you're super impulsive and then you're going to try to tell yourself, let me try to eat it very balanced and I'm just going to have a little bit and I'm not going to overdo it. It's like, it usually doesn't turn out that way. You're already impulsive and then you're putting this food on a pedestal. So you're impulsive plus you have this special food on a pedestal. It's going to be that much harder for you to actually stop when you are comfortably full. The likelihood of you overeating or even binging on it is so much higher because your body's impulsive. When you're impulsive, you're disconnected from the truth of your hunger and fullness cues. And when you have food on a pedestal, a lot of the times it's like, but it's a special food. I don't have it often, so I have to keep on eating. If you can't stop eating once you've started, even though you're not restricting, this is all habitual. This is why I have my root and rewire process that helps you rewire your brain. I have clients that come to me, they're like, Lorna, I stopped restricting, but I'm still overdoing it because it's all habitual. The more times you do something, the more times that you feel the urge to binge and you give in, you're further ingraining this habit into your brain. The more times you know that you're full and you continue eating, that's a habit in the brain. So even if you're not restricting yourself, you are overdoing it because that's what your body is used to. You're used to this habitual cycle. Now, another reason why you might not be restricting, but you're still overdoing it is because there's guilt, shame, and judgment, and that fuels the binge cycle. So what often happens is you're not restricting. You're allowing yourself to have the chocolate, let's say. But the entire time you're having the chocolate, you're like, you probably shouldn't be eating this. Didn't you just say you want to release weight? Didn't you just say that you want to do better this week? You probably should be choosing something healthier. And that shame and that guilt and that judgment is what causes you to actually overeat. So this is more mental restriction versus physical restriction. So you might not be physically restricting yourself from certain foods, but you are mentally restricting yourself from certain foods. Okay. Now, something else, going back to the fair story. So we both had dinner before we went to the fair. And why is this also so profound? So Andrew didn't say, well, I'm going to get a special food and I know I'm going to overeat, so I'm not going to bother having dinner. I'm going to save up all the calories and then I'm going to go balls to the wall, get this massive funnel cake. It wasn't like that. It was like, I'm going to continue eating as normally. He had his breakfast, lunch, snacks, dinner, whatever. And then he went to the fair and he just got the funnel cake. Where are you trying to change up how you're eating throughout the day just because you're going out for dinner? Just because you're going to have dessert tonight? That is actually what causes you to overeat because you're making it a really big deal of like, oh my gosh, we're going to the fair tonight and I'm getting a snack. So I better I better not have dinner. I better not have this snack because I'm going to eat a lot. That's what makes you eat a lot. It's like a lot of people when they go to social events, they'll show up and they're like, I didn't eat all day. And I'm like, well, that's not like a badge of honor because you're going to leave here feeling so uncomfortably full when the people that actually ate prior to coming, and I don't mean eat before you go and don't be hungry. I mean, obviously you want to be hungry before showing up to social events or before, enjoying a certain meal, but that's very different than I'm starving. Then again, you're impulsive. We're back to square one. You're impulsive. When people say oh, I cannot wait for this meal. I cannot wait for this dessert. I barely ate all day. Well, then of course you're going to overeat. So we both had dinner before we went. It wasn't like, oh, well, I'm getting something special. I better not eat all day. That's another lesson. Now, the other lesson, this is going to be one of the last things that I talk about. I didn't get anything at the fair. Not because, oh my gosh, this is bad food, I personally get turned off by fair food. I don't know about you guys, but I'm like, there's nothing even interesting here. I'm like, I'd rather honestly have my homemade chocolate chip cookies or like some dates and almond butter and dark chocolate than the fair food. And I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just sharing my experience. But the lesson here is I don't eat just because everyone else is eating. Like we went to the fair, everybody was snacking on something. Everybody. I don't just have something because everyone else is eating something. I don't just have a snack because, oh, come on, it's the fair. Oh my God, you have to try this. Oh my God, but the fair is only here once a year. That's okay. I am not swayed by anything outside of myself. I am intuitive. I know how to listen to my body. I honor my cravings. And when I don't want something, I say no. Zero restrictive thoughts. If I wanted something, I would have it unapologetically. But I was like, I honestly don't want anything. Like, none of this food sounds good right now. I didn't just eat something. Oh, well, Andrew's eating something. Oh, but everyone else is. Oh, but the fair comes once a year. Again, that's a scarcity mindset. How often are you swayed by decisions outside of you? Like, everybody else in your friend group is ordering something. Everyone else is getting ice cream, so you probably should too. Okay, but do you actually want it? Oh, but the fair is one time per year. Oh, but it's this person's birthday. Oh, but this person made these cookies for you. So like, come on, eat it. Are you swayed by pressure, or do you listen to your beautiful intuition? Do you listen to your body? You can absolutely. People schedule binges. I used to do that when I would know that I would have the house to myself. I'm like, okay, well, no one's going to be home this day. That's what I'm going to eat. But a lot of the times you can't plan for when a binge is going to happen. It's like I get impulsive and then you just end up binging. But anyways, going back to what I was saying about listening to your body. Are you swayed by other people's decisions? Everyone else is getting a snack. I need to have a snack. Everyone else is getting ice cream. I need to get ice cream. Or are you actually listening to your body? I'm not swayed. I don't care if everybody at the fair is getting something and I'm the only one not getting it. I don't care. If I don't want it, I'm not going to eat it. And on the flip side, if I want something and Andrew's not having it, that's okay. I'm going to get it. If I want something and no one else is getting it, I don't care. I'm going to get it because I know my body. I listen to my body. Are you listening to your body, or are you swayed by other people and people around you? Something to think about. So there was a lot of lessons that I wanted to share in here, but honestly, you can still have an amazing time without eating something. You can also have an amazing time while eating something and not let it be like, oh my God, I probably shouldn't have had that. Like, imagine if Andrew had the funnel cake and then the whole rest of the time he's like, oh, I feel guilty. Like, I probably shouldn't have had that. Oh, I'm beating myself up. We wouldn't have had a good date night. And I used to do that in the past. I used to feel like I ruined date night because it was so food focused. It was like, okay, but what am I gonna get? Should I get this? Should I not? Okay, I got the ice cream, but now I feel guilty the whole time and then I wasn't present with Andrew. There is so much more to life than food. I had the best time. We were people watching. We're walking around. We're doing all these types of things. Like, the food should not dictate whether you have an incredible date night or not. What you eat, what you choose not to eat, shouldn't impact how incredible your date night was. I had the best time on Friday night going to the fair. And if I got something, I would have still had an amazing time because I don't feel guilty for eating what I want, especially when it's a true craving. A lot of the times you feel guilty for eating certain foods because you know you weren't hungry. You know it wasn't a true craving. And that's where the guilt comes from. You're like, wasn't even craving this. I just ate it because it looked good. Then you feel bad because you're like, I didn't even need it. I wasn't even hungry. That's where the guilt comes in. But when you're actually craving something, there's nothing for you to feel guilty about it because you're like, I wanted it. So lots of lessons shared in here. And I want you to know that there's so much more to life than what you're eating when you're not eating. Like, life is so precious. Are you really going to ruin your date night because you feel bad about eating something that you really wanted? Are you really going to, not be present during date night because you're like, oh my gosh, should I get this? Should I not? Like, should I order this? Should I not? Come back to the truth of what really matters. Being there with your partner, your husband, your family, whoever you're going, your friends. And life is so much more precious when you're not worrying about what you're going to eat, what you shouldn't eat. I don't know if I should get this or not. Life becomes so much more memorable. You become so much more present. You become so much more in the moment. I had the best time because I'm not food focused. We're not food focused. It's like, I'm going to the fair and I just can't wait to just like walk around and look at the people on the rides and look at the different shops, and food's not on my mind. There's so much more to life than what am I going to eat for a snack? So I hope this really expanded your mind and you could really, allow yourself to see that there's more to life. My chicken wings are ready. The oven's going up. So see the bigger picture. You're going to have so much more fun during date night. You're going to be so much more present, and you're going to stop being so food focused. So this is what I have to share with you guys today. So many golden nuggets out of the scarcity mindset, listening to your body, trusting your cravings, not putting foods on a pedestal, not waiting until you're impulsive to have a food that you haven't had in a really long time. All of this is going to be so supportive for you. So thank you guys for being here. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you guys soon. Okay, bye guys.